Trailer Park Boys. Have you seen this shit, man? I certainly have. Since the first time I watched the show, I always loved seeing Bubbles' go-kart. Really, without this go-kart, I would have never thought about buying one, which led me to get a mini bike. So really, this channel exists because of Bubbles' go-kart. I should say, I don't know a lot about different chassis, makes, or models, but to me it looks like Bubbles' frame is modified. The first mod I see is the Pilot in the front. I've never seen any other kart have this, so I figure it's custom. Also, the Pilot starts out without any bracing, but after Bubbles crashed in Season 5, the Pilot had to be braced. The second mod is the tachometer bracket. Race karts usually have steering wheel mounted tachs, but I assume someone got tired of it moving all the time, so the tach has its own little bracket. Powering the kart is a Honda GX140. You can tell by the flat red pull starter. It looks like it is set up for racing. You can see a high mounted fuel pump, weenie pipe exhaust, air filter, and blue painted valve cover. Somewhere after Season 8, the kart is engine swapped for a Honda GX389. Just look at that. I have no clue what most of this shit is. I mean, you know, with all the springs and shit. Anyways, the engine has a top-mounted kill switch, a high-tech performance fuel tank, and the weenie pipe from the old engine. It was likely swapped due to the GX140 being extremely hard to start at times.
You gotta feather the fucking gas, right?
In the first 7 seasons of the show, the kart appears roughly 9 times, its first cameo being in The Kiss of Freedom, when Ricky buys it for Bubbles. According to an interview with Mike Lattenberg,
we at one point were talking about Bubbles riding a horse around in one of the first episodes, and so there was some idea of Bubbles traveling on something. Rob Wells said, how about a go-kart? So it went from horse to go-kart. And you'll see Bubbles ripping around on that here in a second. Now, it was really loud. This go-kart was really loud and waking people up in the trailer park in the morning at 8 a.m. And so it was we tried to keep its use to a minimum. Those are somebody else's legs, Rowdy Dave's, I think.
This explains why the kart is used so rarely. After Ricky passes out drunk later in The Kiss of Freedom, we see the trailer Bubbles uses for the first time.
That was our craft service guy, our catering guy, his wagon. We just took it and hooked it up.
Never got it back.
In Season 5, it's prominently featured in 3 classic episodes. Earlier in the video I mentioned a crash. In an interview with Mike Smith, he says, I was driving a go-kart with my glasses on and I can't see anything. The brakes went on the go-kart and I crashed through a fence and into a tree. It made it into Season 5. That was not planned. I totally crashed through that fence.
What are you talking about?
In Episode 8, Dressed All Over in Zesty Morgan, Bubbles crashes again. This time it was intentional. Here we see the mall security trying to start it. Finally, in Episode 9, I Am the Liquor, we see Ricky commandeer the kart to defend his daughter in court. This is the last major appearance it makes in the show.
The thing's probably fucked at this point. No brake burns, Ricky! No donuts! Fuck, he's gonna rack it.
It returns in 2 of the Netflix behind-the-scenes videos, the first time during Season 8 and again in Season 10. Damn, he's hauling ass. According to Reddit user, I guess so sure67, the kart made a return in the Jail series. Unfortunately, I'm not about to pay $2.99 per month for a swearnet account, so I can't watch it. I haven't seen the Netflix seasons in a while, so I assume that's where this clip comes from. And that's about all I could find on the go-kart. If anybody knows where it is today, I implore you to let me know in the comments section. My guess is in the swearnet prop house with the shipmobile and such.